Hello again, Elmwood Park Zoo Facebook followers. This is Laura, the assistant curator of the zoo. If you saw the bat Facebook live, then you already saw me talking about bats, but I'm in here again, giving them some of their food. And since it's just me in here with them, they're a little more comfortable, and I thought I could show you some up-close video of them eating some of their favorite foods since we didn't get to see them eating on Facebook Live a few days ago. Plus, on the 17th, it was Bat Appreciation Day, so again, I wanted to highlight these guys because they don't get as much love as I think they deserve. So I wanted to get some cool video of them being super cute and enjoying some of their favorite foods. So this here is Purple Bat. She is named Purple Bat because, let's see if I can get her little wings here. Maybe if she moves around you'll be able to see. So on her little thumb at the end of her wing, she does have little rings, purple and white. So that's one of her identifiers, so we know which bat she is. So some of you guys asked that they all look very similar, and you're right. They're very similar in the way that they look, so it's difficult to tell them apart. One way that we identify them is those little rings on their thumbs. So she has purple and white bands, and so we call her Purple Bat. And she's one of the original bats that came in to us from the Akron Zoo. And I do have a list of names that I can tell you all of their names because I know some people were curious about our bats' names. We do have a total of 13 bats. We started off with 7, and we've had 6 babies since they came here back in either 2014 or 2015. I can't quite remember. This is close to when I started here at the zoo. And Purple Bat, one of her favorite foods is actually the romaine lettuce or red leaf lettuce that we get. So I just put in her favorite food, and that's why she's chomping down and munching away. Oh, she loves her greens. And she also, sorry for that shakiness there, she also is one of the bats that will take food directly from us. I'm not sure if she'll do that now. But yep, there's a grape. Grapes are one of her favorite foods as well. And somebody also asked if we do any training, target training with the bats. And I actually started doing some training with these guys, but very, very rudimentary training. And the first step of training with these guys is just to see if they would take food directly from me. So Purple Bat is one of the bats that aren't quite as fearful as some of the other bats. They're not as wary of people, so she comes right down and will take food directly from me. For those of you who didn't see the live video, yes, they're very, very noisy. Let's see if she'll... They like to argue with each other, just like a lot of other families. That was a little piece of banana that I gave her. So she's a good candidate for target training and training in general since she will take food directly from me. So that's the first step in training, is to see who will take food directly from me. And then I can introduce a target stick. And then once I introduce that target stick, I can put it close to her. Once she touches it with her nose, then I would introduce some kind of bridge, probably a verbal cue, maybe a click or even just a verbal good, and then I would reward her with her favorite food, either a small piece of grape or banana, and then I would build that relationship forward. So we are at the very, very beginning stages, and this could help us with shifting them into a specific spot in their enclosure, to get them to voluntarily move to a specific spot in their enclosure if we're cleaning, or if we ever need to do a voluntary exam with the vets. Since we do annual exams with all of our animals here at the zoo, it's much easier if we can get them to voluntarily participate than having to catch them up, because that's stressful for the animal and it's stressful for the keepers too. So that's something that we'll work on as we have time. Of course, there's lots of things to do at the zoo, so that's kind of something that will be done when we have time. We have another little guy that just joined us up here. Not sure who that is because I can't see if there's any bands. I'll get to those names in just a second. Hey, Purple Bat, you're so cute. Let's see who else we have here. We have some enrichment, some fun ways to display some of their lettuce. Here, I also have a paper towel that I scented with cinnamon because they have a very good sense of smell to help them find fruit in the wild. So I gave them some cinnamon scented paper towel as enrichment. I also gave them a mirror as enrichment. They have very good eyesight also to help them find fruit out in the wild. So that's another piece of enrichment I gave them today. There they are up there, not quite sure what I'm doing here with a camera in their face. Somebody asked why they're all huddled together on our Facebook page, and that's because that's where they feel safe. They feel safe huddled together. Physical contact is pretty important for these guys, so that makes them feel nice and safe, like a nice bat hug. So that's what they're doing over here. Some of them are coming over to check out to see if there's any food that they can maybe get in on, since they see Purple Bat eating. See them flying around, checking me out, seeing if maybe I can get some food. Oh, can I reach you? Oh, I don't know about that banana. I'm a little scared. Let's go back to Purple Bat here. You want some banana? There you go. You're a good bat. All right, so other names, we have Blue Bat, Purple Bat, Pink Bat, Ghost Bat actually had a double white band, hence the name Ghost. Let's see, we have Bat Middler, we have Wombat, we have Shikaka, named from a Ace Ventura 2 movie. Little Shivo, which is actually my maiden name. That bat was born on my birthday, hence the name. We have Jafar, Bowie, named after David Bowie. Let's see, who else am I missing? I think we have Chin Bat. That bat has a mark on his chin, so that's kind of his identifying feature. Couple other things. Some people were asking if they were related to birds or if they laid eggs like birds. And these guys are not birds. They are mammals, just like we're mammals. So notice they are covered in fur, just like all mammals are. And they give birth to live babies and nurse their young, just like all other mammals. So they are the only true flying mammals. And that is the reason that these guys have to hang upside down. They don't have hollow bones like birds do. Birds are very light because of their lattice-styled bones. That allows them to be able to fly, being very light-bodied. But bats, they have regular bones like us. They're very heavy-bodied animals. And because of that, they had to figure out a different way to be able to fly because they're so heavy. So because of that, they needed to adapt a way to fly. So instead of jumping up off the ground and getting enough lift off the ground, they decided that falling from a branch was the fastest, most efficient way to get enough lift and thrust to get airborne and sustain flight. So that's why bats have to hang upside down. They're actually not physically capable of standing right side up. Their little legs and feet aren't strong enough. So they do pretty much everything hanging upside down. And you can see that they are capable of eating upside down. Purple Bat is doing a pretty good job of demonstrating that for us. We can take a look at their bat diet if you're curious. It kind of looks sloppy. So we have grapes, apple, banana, pear, strawberries. They love things like mango, passion fruit, star fruit, guava, papaya. Those are more of our exotic things that we get every once in a while. And if you've been watching Purple Bat closely, you might notice that she will chew something and then spit out the rest of it. So what she does is she's chewing and getting the juices extracted from her food, and then she spits out the fibrous parts onto the floor. That fibrous part is referred to as ejecta, and what they really want is the juicy goodness. That's what they want. And these guys are called fruit bats because they only eat fruit. And bats are pretty awesome because they have developed a taste for all different kinds of foods. So there are bats that eat just fruit. There are bats that eat just insects. There are bats that eat just fish, just blood. Yes, there are vampire bats out there. Not very many species. I think there's only about 3 different kinds of vampire bats out of the over 1,300 species of bats, which is amazing. So bats have adapted to eat all kinds of different things, which has allowed them to live in all different kinds of places. And that ability to fly has allowed them also to live and populate all different kinds of places and islands. So they're all over the world. And we got some guys congregating up here. Hi, guys. So let me just take a look at that name list really quick over here to see if I missed any of our names. Like I said, we have 13. Oh, I forgot some of our babies. Juno and Pan. So go down the list one more time. Purple bat, blue bat, pink bat, Jafar, Ghost, Chin, Juno, Pan, Shikaka, Wombat, Lil Shivo, Bowie, and Bat Midler. Those are all of our 13 fruit bats. So there you have it. And there's Purple Bat, being adorable. Oh, and somebody also asked, why are their ears so wiggly? They do have good hearing. These guys do not use echolocation because they are not trying to locate flying insects. So they're not those kind of bats. That's why their ears are kind of small. But they do have good hearing. And so they use those little ears kind of like satellite dishes to figure out where sound is coming from. So they're always wiggling their ears trying to listen to every little sound. So that's why they're moving their little ears all around, listening to everything that's going on. And for the bats that don't have those little rings anymore around their thumbs, all these bats are microchipped. They have little microchips right on their backs. So when we do catch them up for their annuals, we can just run our microchip reader across their back and see who we have. All right, so I hope you enjoyed looking at our bats and seeing them up close, chowing down, seeing their cute little faces. Thanks for joining me today, and there's a bunch of other videos on our Facebook. Come join us for our Facebook Live at 11 during the weekdays. And we have our other videos at 2 o'clock during the week. I think we have Earth Week coming up the last week of April at 2. There's little purple bat climbing away. Very good little climbers. And as always, thank you so much for your support. We miss you. We can't wait to have you back at the zoo. And if you feel so inclined, You can always donate on our Facebook page. We would greatly appreciate any continued support as we desperately need it. So I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there. Have a great day.